Hi guys, how are you today? Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. For those of you who are new, my name is Eva and this is my little anti-MLM channel. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back. As always, I appreciate you guys. Take a look at the graph if you've been enjoying my content for a while, and if you're not subscribed, please click that like and subscribe button. You know, it's free and it would help me out a lot. We're still on our way to 1K. Before we get into the video today, I kind of have something that I want to get off my chest. Sometimes I notice some weird comments. Like, listen, am I sometimes gonna say something that might be incorrect? Yes. Am I sometimes gonna share my opinion that you won't agree with? Yes. Am I a lot of the times gonna pronounce names wrong? Yes, very much so. I'm sure it happens all the time. By all means, especially when I say something that's not correct, please call me out down below in the comments. I'm here to learn as well. I do not know everything about MLMs, everything about other countries' rules of employment. Okay, so call me out. And to be fair, a lot of you are great. I love getting comments from you guys. I love having conversations with you guys down below. But like I said, I've been noticing some people being kind of passive aggressive, some people kind of being rude. We're a small community here. We're all here for the same reason. We all dislike scams. So let's just be nice to each other. I know this is the internet. A lot of people are very opinionated and a lot of people are also trolls. Anyways, I thought that would be appropriate intro rant for this video because the woman that we are covering today is well known by probably most of you. Let's do the same for the people that I cover. Don't go onto their own page to send them hate messages or comments or stuff like that. Leave everything down below in the comment section under the video if you have anything to say. Let's not promote bullying. Your comment is definitely not gonna help them change their minds. So I thought it was appropriate for this video to say it because I'm pretty sure, like I said, most of us know who this person is. She's been covered by other bigger anti-MLM channels as well. She's very problematic. She's earning a lot of money off of the courses, like direct sales advice courses that she gives to people. I've seen from, I think Diana said in her recent video that this woman literally earns around 1 million per year just off of her courses. I'm gonna put a little disclaimer in here. Alright, so the first post that we have here says, did it hurt when you realized that you could have a slice of the billion-dollar network marketing industry, but you're completely missing out by sitting on the sidelines? She's got like 90-something thousand followers on Instagram as well. This is insane. Like, she is super popular amongst direct sale representatives. She has a lot of like confidence in what she's saying. This one says, the average American can't cover a $400 emergency. That's why I post about my side gig. I was able to pay our mortgage with my first paycheck from my little side gig. That was 5 years ago. That was and still is fucking mind-blowing. The trajectory of my entire life changed because I said yes to something that I had previously judged the hell out of. Newsflash, being a snarky budget bitch on the internet made me $0. Being skeptical and saying yes anyway made me way more than that. So yeah, I'll keep talking about it. I'm learning a lot about the USA lately, and some of the laws and rules that America has are insane. Something that's completely illegal in other countries, in like most European countries, is completely normal in the USA, which is super concerning. And this woman is just, again, American can't cover a $400 emergency, and there she is posting about her side gig. Her side gig when 99% of people lose money. Just using things like that to get people in when you clearly know that Americans are not doing great financially, and you're trying to lure those people in when you know that 99% of them are gonna fail. No one actually knows how successful she is in the actual MLM that she's in. So I'm at my lunch break again as well, so I'm kind of rushing through this. So this one says, an additional stream of income is great, but growing into the best version of yourself is priceless. I'm all about that personal development with a paycheck vibe. So again, she's got the vibes, like she's a businesswoman. She knows what she's talking about. At the time when I'm recording this video, no one actually knows if she's actually like successful in the MLM. Yes, she's successful in selling her courses about direct sales. She always says, don't cold message, don't do this, don't do that. She's very vocal about that. She would much prefer that people befriend people. Like make fake connections, fake friendships online, start conversations with people, and only then try to mention your business. So that's even worse than cold messaging, because at least when you cold message, your intentions are clear. But when you're actually pretending that you're someone's friend, you speak to them, you chat to them only to recruit them into your pyramid scheme, in my own opinion, it's just so much worse than just cold messaging someone. It's such a waste of time, honestly, and effort. I feel very personal about this. Like, I feel very strongly about it, because the Arbon Han that tried to recruit me back in 2020 did just that. Anyway, that's why I feel so strong about it, because it was just such a waste of time. Let's get into the videos. This is the first one that I have.
Talk about a BS recruiting story that I have heard over and over and over again. In the past year, almost, I've had the opportunity to work with thousands of women in direct sales. And something that I hear is, I want to recruit and build a team, but I'm not where I want to be yet. I'm not successful enough yet. I haven't achieved, I'm not whatever rank I want to be yet. So we tell ourselves that we have to be a certain something until we can do that. And I've talked about it before, but guys, it's such horse shit. Like, you aren't, like, no matter where you are in your business, that's not going to determine what somebody on your team does. You can be super successful and somebody can come in and do jack shit. Or you can be just starting out and building a team and somebody can come in and crush it. It has nothing to do with you. So we're all here. We're all in our respective industries, companies, teams, because we heard somebody else talking about it. We heard and saw somebody having fun. They were confident about what they were talking about. And we weren't like, but what's their monthly personal volume? What unicorn rank are they within their business? I need to know the number of people on their team. None of us thought that. We were like, oh, this person has aligned with the product that they, in a company that they like. They're having a good time. They're making some money. Why wouldn't I want to do that? Our job, our goal, or whatever is like to be the word that keeps coming to mind is portal, but I know that that's not the right word. I don't know why I can't think of a different word, but like, we're the one just saying like, hey, the door is open. The vehicle is here. I always think of this. We talk about this industry as a vehicle. Like, I have it. It's sitting in front of your house. There's gas in the tank. There's snacks in the front seat. Like, ready to go. You are going to get in and decide where you're going to drive, how far you're going to drive. Like, that's up to you, homie. But like, I'm here to to tell you what you can get into. The turnkey opportunity you can get into. That's our job. So the story that I hear over and over again, and that's really tripping a lot of people up, and I was training a beauty counter team last night, and we were having this conversation of like, if I haven't been successful enough yet. And if you know you're in the right place, like, who cares? Like, the success is going to come. I talked about when I started my business, I had failed twice before. Like, all I knew was that I sucked at it. I didn't have any other, like, God, why am I having a hard time with words today? I didn't have any other proof that, like, I could do it. But I was like, okay, if this girl that I joined is doing it, and I know that I want to make extra money, like, why don't I just talk about it? Why don't I talk about how excited I am? Why don't I talk about what I'm here to do? I didn't have the ability to say when I started, oh, I've earned the car, I've earned the trips. Yes, I've been at happy hours with our founders because I've recruited so many people. That hadn't happened yet. I was just excited. And I enrolled 4 people on my team the same month that I started my business. I hadn't even earned a paycheck yet. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. All I knew was that I was excited. This opportunity, like, anyone can come in and make of it what they want, right? If the Jackie, who I joined in business, hadn't been talking about it in December of 2016, when she had just started her business a few months prior, if she hadn't been talking about, oh yeah, like, this has really helped out with paying for Christmas gifts for the girls, that was the phrase that I heard that I was like, oh, this could help pay for Christmas. It wasn't, I'm living in a McMansion, I'm driving a Hummer with gold rims, I'm in the top 0.5%. I was like, this helps. That's what people want to hear. Like, so I just want to remind anyone who needs it that you're exactly where you need to be. People can come on the journey with you. You don't have to, like, arrive at a destination, a rank, or a whatever before you can start building and bringing people with you.
Okay, well, that was a lot of BS. It was a long video for like a lot of bullshit that she said. The thing that annoys me the most about all of this is the fact that she is saying that you choose how far you go. This is a vehicle and you choose how far you go, basically. Like, you can be successful if you try hard enough. And then if you are not trying hard enough, you are not going to be successful, which we know is it's just not true. It's not how it works in MLMs. 99% of people are not lazy and they're not failing just because they're lazy or they didn't put enough effort. So that's it's just bullshit. And also, I've noticed, like, she does a lot of these live trainings and stuff on Instagram, like free trainings or whatever, and she's always sitting in her car. For someone who's so successful and rich, it's like, can you not find like an office to film in? Why is she always in her car? Anyways, this is a second video and this one is a little bit longer. I think I'm gonna split it in two, but let's take a look because I'm running out of time.
Having a good morning, but I want to talk about reach outs first. Guys, we've got to stop the cold reach outs. I did a post on this the other day, and some people are like, oh my god, I would never do a cold reach out, like, that's so crazy. And some people are like, oh my god, that's all that's being taught. I don't care. Listen, it's happening all the time. And these are like, let's talk about like what a cold reach out is. A cold reach out is if it's like what I call a friend and send. Maybe you've been on like a power hour with your team and they're like, okay, go friend 50 people. And then you like 3 photos, comment on one, and then you're like, oh, like I totally engaged. Like I'm going to ask her if she's interested in my company or whatever. That's cold. Maybe it's somebody that you only follow on Instagram. Cold. They don't follow you. They don't know anything about you. It doesn't matter if you say like, hey, oh my god, I've been following you forever. I love your vibe. You're so great. Whatever. Cold. And I said this in my post, and I hate that I even have to say this, but if it's somebody that you don't even follow and you don't even know, that's frigid, ice cold. Don't do it. You're like, oh, I searched a hashtag and like I found moms in my area and I just reached out to them. You don't even follow them and you're reaching out. Stop. I don't care who's teaching you to do it. I don't care if they are a millionaire. I don't care if they swear by it. Will it work? Cold messaging? Yes. But a broken clock is right twice a day, right? It's still fucking broken. It's not right. So maybe you know, are doing cold reach outs and you're like, yeah, well, I got 3 new people on my team. Well, yeah, you also had to message like 600 people this week and you left a bad taste in the mouth of everyone else. Yuck, not worth it. So I think where people get tripped up is that I do not consider a cold reach out to be somebody that I have a connection with. If we're friends on Facebook, which I haven't, Facebook's another conversation. I haven't been on Facebook since January, but if you're friends on Facebook, if you guys follow each other on Instagram, or they follow you, that's a connection. And you can say, hey, and then do the reach out. It's okay. Like, think about it like this. For the most part, obviously the internet adds a different like dynamic to this, because people are like, well, I know this person, but I haven't seen him since high school. What's weirder? Being like somebody from high school and like you sending a message to them and being like, hey girl, how's it going? The fuck? Why are you asking me how it's going? We're not like, oh, I'm just checking out. I'm just like checking in with my friends. We're not friends, Michelle. I don't know you anymore. Like, don't pretend like we're on a friend level. We ain't. So still, if I saw Michelle in the grocery store, I would say, oh my God, Michelle. Hi. Like, because we have a connection, right? We know each other. Do you see what I mean? So if it's somebody that if you saw at some point and you'd be like, oh my God, we used to work together, or we met that one time at that wedding, or do I know you from somewhere? I think we met a long, long time ago. Connection. And then you can just ask them. Don't beat around the bush. Straight up ask. And I go into this in so much detail in DSGC. I have video trainings on it. I have like documents with examples, flowcharts, 12 different follow-up examples and how to do it. But for the love of Christ, like, if we're just here and you're just consuming my free content, stop with the cold reach outs and just ask yourself, would I want to receive that message? Truly. Probably not. Probably not. So if you wouldn't want to receive it, you sure as shit can't send it. You just can't. Again, I don't care who's telling you to do this. Stop. I don't care how much you paid them. Just stop. It is, and I was talking to somebody from corporate, from a completely different company than I'm with. I'm doing a training, and she was saying like, well, like in-person stuff is really important. And I was like, yes, it is. I don't do the in-person stuff though. But the majority of where we get our bad reputation and where we fuck up the most is online. So that's why we need to pay attention to how we're talking to people. We need to pay attention to like the types of reach outs that we're doing, the types of conversations that we're having. If you're not putting a lot of time and effort and focus into figuring out how to effectively talk to people online, you're doing yourself a massive disservice. Because even if you're doing only in-person stuff, you're obviously not because you're here right now. If you're using the internet and social media at all, you need to make sure that you're good at it. And good at it doesn't mean viral or influencer or anything other than being a human on the internet, which is a lot easier said than done, right? Okay, so that's that. Like I said, for here, free training purposes, do you want to receive the message that you're sending? No. Does it make you feel icky? If the answer is yes, you have to stop and reassess. You are a grown-ass individual who is very capable of making their own decisions. Think critically for a minute. Okay? Perfect. Then I want to talk about onboarding.
Okay, we're gonna stop that right there just for a moment. Okay, well, she just said, don't cold message the people that you don't know. Like, don't cold message random people on the internet. But she did say you can cold message someone from your high school that you haven't seen in a while. And then after all of that, she said, don't send a message if you don't want to receive that same message. How does that make sense? Like, if a random person on the internet that you don't know, you don't follow, they don't want to receive your cold message. But why would you think that a girl that you went to high school with 10, 20 years ago wants to get that message off of you? Why does she think that's okay? Neither of the two is okay, and it doesn't make any difference. At least, okay, at least if she's saying, don't don't beat around the bush, just ask them straight away. At least she's not saying, oh, manipulate them, befriend them again, get close again, and then tell them about the pitch. But still, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like, what's the difference? There's still someone that you haven't seen in 10-15 years. Why is it okay to cold message them? It's the same thing, almost the same thing as messaging a complete stranger on Instagram. Stop doing it, and no one's gonna accept it. Well, most of the people are still gonna say no, regardless if they know you or no. There's another part of the same training that I wanted to share.
Talk about onboarding, because this is something within DSGC that I was hearing a lot of from members, so I'm just going to assume it spills over out here, because I asked you guys on my stories yesterday who feels like overwhelmed or intimidated by onboarding, or like recruiting because of onboarding. And I think it was like 84% said, oh my God, me. So this is a problem where people want to build teams, but they're not talking about the business online because they don't know how to do it correctly. And then if they do bring somebody onto their team, they don't know what the fuck to do because they're overwhelmed by it, or they're sending the new person so much information that it's overwhelming to the new person. They're like, yo, Cindy, I just wanted to make like $300. Like this, I'm not doing all these groups and all these calls and all the things. Laura Lee, yes, I will talk about DSGC in just a second. But like, we're overwhelming the new person. And we're overwhelming ourselves. And like, I don't know how woo-woo anyone wants to get here, but like, your energy is so important. And if you feel overwhelmed, or if you feel lost, or if you feel like unconfident in training somebody how to do what it is that you do, it's not going to work. So that's what I was hearing a lot of in DSGC. So then I created five videos? It's a series of videos about onboarding, from pre-enrollment to like how to change the Facebook party part of it, because it's something that a lot of people are saying. I've only done launch parties for new consultants. I get it. That's how it's always been done. We can change it. And so all of these things, how to onboard. And if you look at my stories today, and I'll try to put them in my proof highlight, this onboarding system is helping people change the game. It's making people feel confident. It's giving them direction. It's giving them a system. And I was able to do it for any company. So I want you to build a team if that's for you. To be very clear, it doesn't have to be. You can absolutely make money in this industry without building a team. But I'm just going off of what so many people tell me, that they want to build a team. Okay? We have to talk about the business correctly, effectively, consistently. And then once we get somebody through the door, we have to then appropriately know how to onboard them. This is a system. And it's not that complicated. It doesn't need to be. And you have all the power to make it whatever you want it to be, right? Because I know, and I very much respect how teams or companies do it. Absolutely. Like, if it's working, keep it. If it's not, you are allowed to change things. You're allowed to make your own decisions. Okay? So, I'm getting comments about my nail color. Thanks. Okay. And also, last thing about just kind of like a message to just speak on something that I've been hearing a lot of again, is that people feel like not confident in what it is that they're doing and what it is that they're sharing. They're feeling frustrated. They're feeling like you have to put so much effort and not get a lot of results. And when you're like, as Shauna, if you don't follow Shauna Van Bogart, you do. You need to. She talks about like efforting. Like if it feels like you're just pushing it, right? And you're not getting the results, like it's because something's not right. Like you're telling yourself a bullshit story. And everyone has the opportunity to succeed here. Everyone. You can do it. Put your blinders on, put your head down, get the training that you need, not all the things. Anyone, I know there are people out there who are like serial trainers and they're just like, oh, I'll get that course, I'll get that course, I'll get that course, I'll get that course. They'll tell me what to do. And then you spend all your time learning, but no time doing. And then you trick yourself into thinking, right? So you can do it. You are smart. You are capable. This is a really great industry. Some people, there are bad apples everywhere. Absolutely. But most of us are good, and we're doing it in ways to better the industry, not take us 47,000 steps back. But, and somebody asked, so that's kind of like what I wanted to redo. Is there anything else I wanted to say on that? I just think this industry like gets shit on a lot, and it's really hard for a lot of people to like continue when they're like, oh my God, another podcast about anti-MLMs, another documentary that's anti-MLMs. Yeah, it's easy. Like, it's sensational. It's easy to be like, oh, somebody lost money. Oh, somebody. Give me the average person in network marketing. There's a lot of us. It's just not shocking. So anyway.
Whoa. She said, give me the average person in an MLM. The average person in almost every MLM, like all of the income disclosure statements are so similar. It's sickening how similar they are. The average person in an MLM company earns like from $100 to maybe $400 annually. Her own course costs $365, I think, for a year. It doesn't even cover the cost of the course, which is supposed to make you like become like a better direct selling person, whatever. Oh my God, representative. An average MLM representative can't even afford her courses. That's the average. Like, what are you talking about? All of the details are literally out there. All information is literally out there. We're not shitting on multi-level marketing because it's sensational. Everybody's shitting on it because it's a scam. Unfortunately, I'm out of time, so I'm gonna have to wrap that up here. But yeah, this is very annoying. Honestly, I dislike this person a lot. But like we said, leave everything in the comments. I know most of you guys are gonna know who she is, her username, stuff like that, but let's just keep everything down below. Let's not go bully her, stuff like that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave me a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. There's gonna be a lot more from this particular person, a lot more in the future. This was just a little warm up. Thank you to everyone who keeps supporting me. If you haven't checked me out on Instagram, feel free to check me out. The link is going to be down below. And yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.